So welcome to Michigan Tech, welcome to graduate school, welcome to Houghton. We're very glad that you're here today. And at this moment, I'd like to introduce Dr. Dean Cantrell, who will, the Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Wilkin.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Will Cantrell. I'm the Dean of the Graduate School. My home department here at Michigan Tech is in the Department of Physics. I've been here since 2001. As Dr. Deb said, welcome to Michigan Tech and welcome to Graduate Studies. You're starting in the spring semester, and I promise it will not always look like this. We actually do get spring. This makes you appreciate it more. And by the way, for the record, my graduate institution was University of Alaska Fairbanks. So in fact, at UAF, spring really did look like that. So welcome to Michigan Tech. You all have come from around the world, and this is something that I've been doing pretty much since I became dean. So I'm not going to let this opportunity pass me by. So by a show of hands, how many of you came from your home is the North American continent? South America? Okay, that's pretty normal. Europe? Africa? Asia? Australia? Also normal. And just so we don't leave any continents out, how many of you have, I know nobody's from Antarctica, but anybody here ever been to Antarctica? Okay, sometimes we do get somebody. So you can see by the hands that were raised as we went through that you all are truly here from around the world, and we're here and we make a community. Thank you all for being here. We are here to help you succeed in your chosen course of study. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Dr. Deb to introduce the rest of our speakers.
Thank you. So I am Dr. Deb. I'm the Associate Dean of the Graduate School. And one of my jobs is to organize this session. And really our goal today is for you to get to know us a little bit better, to know some of the campus a little bit better, and to be able to know each other a little bit better. And so the idea is to start to build our community today with you here. So we're all here today to answer your questions, to talk to you, anything that you would like answered or talk to someone about, we're here for you. I manage the student services area, which means basically anything that has to do with students who are here now. So degree services, which Karen will speak about in a little bit. We have student outreach and retention, which Tiffany will speak about. I manage the orientation and RCR training. And then we also have a graduate academic coordinator who handles writing support, which is handled through our Write D and fellowship writing support programs. I also am an engineer by training. I'm a Michigan Tech grad in mechanical engineering, and then I went on to my graduate studies at Northwestern in biomedical engineering. So I have a lot of technical background, and so I end up developing a lot of automated processes. So I work a lot with our IT team to make sure that the things that are online make sense to you and that are the best that they can be. And I also assist students with concerns. So I have students who have any kind of general concern or question about their studies, not sure how to navigate something. I'm one of the other people that can help you navigate that. And so Orientation to Graduate Studies and Research is an online course in Canvas. If you registered for courses before the holiday break, I did place you in a class that was based on your program's admissions decision, whether you're in a coursework or a research program. If you weren't registered for class before the break, I will do that sometime either today or next week, early next week. You have about 6 weeks to complete the training, so there's no rush to do it. It's all on your own time. It's a self-paced training. It is federally required that we provide training to all of our entering graduate students on responsible conduct for research. This course will also introduce you to some of our graduate school staff in a little bit deeper way, as well as Michigan Tech policies and procedures. So it covers a lot of the things that we think are going to be helpful to you in your first semester as you navigate that transition from undergraduate to graduate studies, which is different. There are some differences that you should be aware of and that we'll talk about throughout the training. And at this point now, I'd like to introduce Karen Hext, who is our coordinator for degree services.
Thank you, Dr. Deb. I'd like to welcome you to Michigan Tech and to the Houghton area. My name is Karen Hext, and I'm the coordinator of graduate degree services. And my role essentially is to support you, the student, and to support the graduate program directors and assistants. We have a lot of different forms on campus. Most of them are a Google form. We may have a few PDF forms, but those, when they come into the graduate school, I process those. I also maintain our new academic audit. That's online, and you can find the link in Experience. Experience is our platform for all the different technologies that we use. And so you can search my graduate degree in Experience, and you'll find a link to the academic audit. I update and keep the curriculum records current. If, for example, you would like to add a graduate certificate to your student record, you would fill out one of our Google forms, and then I would add that to your record and notify you when it's ready. The same would be if you change programs for any reason. I mean, maintain academic standing and process suspension appeals. I announce defenses for those students who are in a research degree and are ready to defend their thesis or dissertation. And then I also work on a team that manages commencement and graduation. So I talked briefly about that we have an academic audit. The academic audit is a place where you can go to track progress toward your degree. You can find links to courses, you can find all of your course and non-course requirements, and then there is a progress percentage that you can track all the way into graduation. We also have a degree progress checklist, and that coincides with our academic audit. If you're a research student, you will have to submit an advisor form at some point, so you'll find the link to that in the degree progress checklist, in addition to notifying us of your final oral exam. So they work side by side. We ask that you monitor your Michigan Tech email frequently and regularly. You'll receive email from the graduate school. I do a lot of that type of communication, and reminding you of registration deadlines, reminding you of deadlines for different curriculum updates that you may want to make before the start of a new semester, and so on. So I encourage you to check your email frequently. And then on our website, gradschool@mtu.edu, you'll find all kinds of information regarding policies and forms and so on. But I'm here to help you if you have questions. Gradschool@mtu.edu. Again, my name is Karen, and I'm here to support you and our graduate programs. And next, I would like to introduce Tiffany Jager.
Thanks, Karen. Welcome, everybody. My name is Tiffany Jagger. I'm the manager for outreach and retention. Basically, that's just a fancy title for being the person that helps our students who may be experiencing some personal challenges. We understand that you are an academic, but you also are living in the real world, and things come up, and challenges are occurring on a regular basis. And so my role is to help students navigate resources either on campus, in the community, or broader, to ensure that you are still successful as a student and, having a holistic quality of life here on campus. So that could be, your transition from a different culture, or, your transition from undergrad to grad school. And it could also involve different things like absences, maybe you need to take time away, or even withdrawal, if that were to happen. So there's quite a few things that I cover. I am located in the admin building. I work closely with the Dean of Students as well. So you can find me in admin 153. So in addition to that, I work very closely with our campus resources, such as the Center for Mental Health and Wellbeing, Student Disability Services. I also oversee our Husky Fan Food Pantry, which is located right here on campus in Fisher. So if you are, getting adjusted, you're moving into your apartments, you need a little assistance with some basics, I'm kind of the person that can help you out with that. I also oversee the emergency funds. So if something unexpected, an emergency comes up and you're having some financial hardship, I may be able to help you out with that or direct you to who might be able to provide you with additional resources. So you're welcome to contact me. You can email me directly, or you can contact the grad school, or make an appointment. I also have some information in the back if you have some questions for me. And then okay, I'll hand it over to Deb.
I mentioned earlier, we have a graduate academic coordinator. Her name is Leah Marler, and her first day in the office is Monday, so she's not actually officially a staff member yet. But we found a picture of her on the internet anyway, just so she would be represented here. But one of the programs that we have for students to help support their writing is Write D, and that's a writing group within your program. There are 5 active units on campus right now. She'll also be helping you with writing support for fellowships. So if you find an opportunity that you'd like to apply for off campus, such as NSF GRFP or Michigan Space Grant Consortium, or any kind of outside funding that you're looking at applying for yourself, she'll be able to help you with writing and preparing those applications. And she'll also be responsible for dissertation, thesis, and report administration. So handling the formatting and submission questions related to those documents. In terms of funding writing support, there's a couple of opportunities just to kind of highlight a high-level view of that. But there is the National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship Program, which is due in mid-October. That's one of the sort of the keystone programs of the federal government. It is only open to U.S. citizens and permanent residents, but it's one of those programs that's very prestigious. And if you're eligible for this, you really ought to apply. There's also smaller grants, such as the Michigan Space Grant Consortium, which is a Michigan-based grant. So that's a different level of program in terms of who can apply for that. And there's other programs like the DoD Smart Scholarship. So there's lots of different opportunities. And if you're eligible for these, we really like to encourage you to apply. I myself received an NSF GRFP award. It's one of those things that you can always list on your resume. It's very recognizable. It's extra effort on your part, so it shows employers and other people who are looking at hiring you that you're a self-starter who's interested in supporting themselves. I'd also like to introduce our graduate student government. Lauren was unable to be with us today, the president of GSG. She had a last-minute change in her schedule. But the GSG really advocates for you. And so there represent committees across campus. So when you think about student health insurance or housing, transportation, Title IX, all the different aspects of campus that affect graduate students, there are GSG representatives on those committees to represent your views. And so each department, each unit has a representative. And so if you have concerns or questions or want something to advocate for, those are your representatives that you can reach out to, and they will, bring that back to the main body for consideration and discussion and further development of those ideas. They also have a lot of enrichment events, such as research events. We have a alumni poster session, 3-minute thesis, which happens in the spring. The keynote event in the spring would be the Graduate Research Colloquium, and that's an event where all graduate students are welcome to present their research in poster or oral format. So that's a really great opportunity for you to see what's happening on campus and what other students are doing in your department and in your area. They also hold a lot of different workshops that will help you prepare to go to a conference, prepare for career fair, networking, interview skills. So they interface with a lot of different organizations on campus to plan special events just for graduate students to help you develop your professional skills. And they also have a lot of academic seminars as well to talk about, how to do grant writing or research design, and other things that relate to your academic development. They also build community at Michigan Tech. And so these are some examples of students engaging in lots of different activities, movie nights, snowshoeing, pottery night, kayaking, picnics. One of their big events in the summer is a big softball tournament. So if you are interested in playing softball, a lot of different departments get together with teams and have a competition over the summertime, which is a really nice way to engage in some activity outside and enjoy that sunshine and warm weather while we have it, but also to get together with other students and build that community. So keep an eye out in your email for those types of events and activities that they have planned, because I'd love to see you there. And finally, I'd like to invite Melissa Michelson to the podium.
Hi there. On behalf of the entire Career Services team, welcome to Michigan Tech. My name is Melissa Michelson. I am one of 3 individuals who work directly with students as it relates to career development and education. So if you make an appointment to see a career advisor, you will see one of the 3 of us. Some of the things that we do: we host a plethora of employer events. One of them being one of the largest career fairs actually in a school for our size in the United States. And so we will be having one February 17th, that Tuesday. It's a little bit smaller in the spring. We're expecting just over 100 companies. Usually in the fall, it's closer to 400 companies. So you'll be able to attend and kind of get a feel for who comes to see Michigan Tech students, get an idea of what it takes or what it's like to talk to professionals and at their booths. And so we help you to prepare for those events as well. We do advising, we do one-on-one advising, we do a lot of workshops and education events. I have our event schedule on our table, so afterward you can come by and pick that up if you'd like. Our office also houses the cooperative education. So if you are an international student or a domestic student, you both qualify to be able to have to go on a co-op or an internship using your CPT, your curricular practical training days that you have as a benefit of your student visa. And our office then houses all of the process that you need to go through in order to enroll in that course and to be able to go take this cooperative education opportunity. So just letting you know that's who you would come to see when the time is right for you to have that opportunity. We use an app called Handshake. It is both, you can look at the desktop version and download the app on your phone. You will use your single sign-on information to log in. I highly, highly recommend that you do get onto that and use that quite regularly. There's a lot of really great information. That is how you make an appointment to see a career advisor. It is how you see the list of employers that are coming to career fair and how you stay updated with all of our events. It is also a social media kind of platform similar to LinkedIn. Only that its focus is on college students. So a lot of the employers who use Handshake are looking for college students for internships and co-ops. There's a lot of great opportunities, a lot of job opportunities, intern opportunities that are posted on Handshake. So get yourself familiar with using it and it will definitely benefit you. If you have any questions on how to use it, of course, you can come into Career Services at any time. We're at the admin building on the second floor. So we do recommend that you complete your Handshake profile. You can update and upload your resume. We can help you with that if you are coming from a different country and need to familiarize yourself with how to make a US resume and kind of get on board with that. We'll be happy to help you. Let me see if there's anything else. Please do come and see us at any time. We have walk-in hours from 10 to 4 every day of the week, and you'll find us. Otherwise, our email is career@mtu.edu as well. And if you have any other questions, please come and see me.
So our intent with our presentation is to just kind of highlight a few of the important people and processes and things that you were interested in as graduate students. And then the rest of the time is for you to ask us questions and to circulate around to the people who are visiting us today. I want to remind you that there is a requirement that all students have an official transcript provided to Michigan Tech showing proof of your undergraduate degree. There is a registration link here, and I'll leave this on the screen at the very end. So if somebody missed registering for the time, they can use that QR code to do that. But that time and day will be Tuesday, January 6th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you've brought those documents with you, that would be the appropriate time and place to drop those off on the fourth floor of the admin building. If you have questions about the transcript requirement, because that's an admissions requirement, you're going to email the gradadams@mtu.edu address. So that's the email you've been using to communicate with our admissions team who helped you with your application process. Grad school is who you want to contact to get your questions asked about, like current student questions. What classes do I register for? What forms do I fill out to complete my degree? Those kinds of questions. We've got 2 different areas and 2 different emails. Some of the people that are here today, we have our graduate school people. We have Husky Eats is here, Career Services. I see our student activities area. We do encourage you to become involved on campus. Being involved and connecting to people is going to be one of the ways that you'll create your network and community here on campus, as the library folks are here as well. So please, there's some snacks and coffee. Circulate with your friends, with your colleagues here, and we'd love to answer any questions that you have. And so thank you for being here. We do appreciate your presence on a nice, cold, snowy day at the very beginning of the year. Our calendar doesn't always run this close to New Year's to start. So I am glad that you were able to make the journey here to be here this early. So thank you. And I'll just leave this up here in case you had questions about that. But the rest of the afternoon is yours to circulate with whoever you want to talk to while you're here, and have snacks and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you.